Hey guys, Audrey Wise with Journey Realty Group here in Arden, North Carolina, and I am making this video for those of you who are getting ready to buy a home. You might be a first-time home buyer, or you might have been in a house so long that you don't really remember what the process is or what kinds of things you need to do to prepare to buy a house. So the first thing I would suggest is that you work with a buyer's agent. It doesn't cost you anything, and the buyer's agent's going to be able to do a lot of research for you up front on the houses that you like, as well as on the area that you're moving to. Also, you need to meet with a lender, and I would recommend that you meet with 2 or 3 lenders and see what they can offer you, because they're going to have different products for different people, and you might find that one of the lenders that you talk to just suits you better. So I would recommend talking to 2 or 3 lenders. You want to do this before you ever even start looking at homes, and the reason is you need to know how much home you can afford. You may have an idea in your mind, but when you actually get to the bank, it could be different. I've seen it where some people can afford more than they thought they could, and then I've seen it go the opposite way where people could not qualify for what they thought they could qualify for. So it's very important that you do that first. That way you know what price range to even begin looking in. Another thing I will say when you're starting this process is to understand that the loan approval process typically takes 30 to 45 days. So you need to plan for that. From the day you make an offer and you go under contract on a home, you're looking at least 30 to 45 days before you can close and move into that home. I suggest that you make a list of things that, and this can be a mental list or it can be on paper in a notebook, whatever works for you, but have a list of things that you absolutely cannot live without, that you really want your home to have. And then you're also going to need to decide on some things that you could probably sacrifice if you had to. But basically you want to make a list of the style of home that you want, how many bedrooms you want it to have, do you want it to have a deck in the back, do you want a big yard, do you want a fireplace, all of those things. Once you have a pre-qual letter from your bank, then you can actually meet with a realtor of your choice. You're going to talk to the realtor about what your needs are, what your wants are, your time frame, your price range, schools in the area, what location you really want to be in, and the realtor will help you narrow down and really hone in your focus on what you're looking for. And between you and your realtor, you can both come up with a list of 5 or 10 homes that you'd actually like to tour. And on the back side, the realtor can do a lot of research. They're going to be able to go through some of the data and the information surrounding the homes that fit your criteria, choosing the best ones to tour based on the information that you give them. They'll also have access to the residential property disclosure, which is a form that all sellers have to fill out, and it lets us know if there's any problems or issues with the homes that we should be aware of before we go tour them. Basically, to sum it up, you want to work with a buyer's agent, you want to meet with your lender up front so that you know what price range to be looking at. Make a list and have in your head the things that you're looking for and the things that you absolutely can't live without, and then also some things that you would be willing to sacrifice if you had to. Then you're going to actually have a consultation with your realtor, go through your time frame, your price range, what the process is, and then once you have a list together of maybe your first top 5 or 10 homes, then your realtor will schedule tours of those homes. And then you can actually start touring. You can pick out your favorites, and then when you want to move forward, your realtor will help you make an offer on that property. But that is a topic for another video, because it starts the whole next phase of buying a home. So I hope this video helped you in thinking about what to do to get ready to buy a house. Oh, one thing I didn't mention is having some cash in reserve, because you will have closing costs as a buyer, and I have made another video on that, what are buyer closing costs, and I'll put a link to that below this video. If you're a first-time buyer, you can probably get down payment assistance depending on your lender. They do have products out there for first-time buyers that can really help you with some of that cash up front. So that's another thing to keep in mind. But I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to find the answers for you and help you out in any way that I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.